what it is, oh, what's up? Time to show the ʻāina some love. To all the plant people, hey, what's up? Hey, ulu, hey, grow with love. What it is, oh, what's up? Time to show the ʻāina some love. To all the plant people, hey, what's up? Hey, ulu, hey, grow with love. Hey, aloha kako. So I went and saw Scream 6 on Oahu because it was playing in 4DX over in the Regal theaters over there, and it was so good. Oh my god, it's crazy because every time the killer slashed somebody, it would like spray like fake blood at you. I mean, it was just water, but it like smelled like blood, and it was just really funny. And yeah, it was cool because the seats moved with the action that was going on in the movie too. So every time somebody was running, like your seat was shaking, and yeah, it was kind of like being on a roller coaster but like watching a movie at the same time. I thought it was fun. But anyways, today's Mo'olelo Pokole is gonna be about the time the man in the hallway and I scared my little sister. I mean, technically it was me, but there was a time where my sister had an encounter with him where she like literally walked and she like physically felt him walk into her as she was stepping out of her room. And yeah, that's another story for another time. But okay, so you guys remember back in season 1 about how I talked about how the man in the hallway used to like walk into my room and then he would just like stand next to me and like kind of be near my po'o while I'm sleeping? Well, and there's a Hawaiian belief about how the body has like 3 piko, and the piko on our body connect us to different parts of our Hawaiian identity. So like some people, they see the piko, there's a piko up here, the piko e, there's the piko o, the umbilical one that most people know about, and then there's the piko a. Yeah, I think I definitely posted a video where Dr. Kekuni Blaisdell talked about the 3 different piko on the body. So if you want to go learn more about piko, go check out that video, or you can take the Piko Hawaii class over at Hawaii Community College. But okay, so I'm gonna focus on this piko up here, piko e. So this piko is said to connect you to your ancestors and to all those who came before. So what does that have to do with the man in the hallway? Well, every time I tried to go sleep, he would stand like near my head, and then I would always feel like this weird, not a headache, but it was like a pressure, like just like hovering over here. And sometimes if I like, I don't know how to explain it, like tuned in or like listen to it, sometimes I'd see things, sometimes I'd hear things. Okay, so for like all the creative people out there, I'm sure you guys will agree with me that like sometimes like in the middle of the night, you'll get these like moments of inspiration and whatnot. Like you'll get this melody stuck in your head, or this chant stuck in your head, or for hula people, sometimes you'll even get a full hula like in a dream. And that has a lot to do with this piko up here. Yeah, because that's where the ancestors are trying to like transfer knowledge to you so that you can bring the knowledge from that realm out into this realm. And that's kind of something that was happening to me every time the man in the hallway would like cruise with me in my room, because I would always feel that pressure. And then sometimes if I tuned into it, I'd hear things or I'd see things. And one of the things, which this is probably maybe the first time I ever shared it anywhere, was that there was a specific sound that I remember hearing, and it kind of went something like this. Oh my yeah. Ooh. Yeah, but yeah, it was kind of something like that. And so one day, I think when I was playing like hide and seek with my siblings, or maybe I was just in the mood to be kolohe towards my sister, I don't know. But so when I went to go hide, I went and hid in her room, and I was hiding in her closet so that she couldn't see me. And I remember she came into the room and she was like calling for me, and then she peeked into her closet. And then when she was peeking into her closet, I started doing that little chant that I remember hearing, and my sister like screamed like at the top of her lungs, and she ran out of her room. And then I waited for her to run out of the room so I could run out of her room too and then go back to my room. And then I pretended to come out of my room, and I was like, oh, what happened? And she was like, there was an old man chanting. He was in my room, he was chanting from my closet. And I was like, what do you mean? And then she took me inside her room and she said it was in the closet. So I looked in the closet and of course there was nobody there. And then I told her, oh, that sound you heard, that wasn't an old man, that was me. And I was laughing. And she was like, no, it wasn't. You couldn't sound like that. So then I did it again for her, and she just like, she had this like blank stare when she was looking at me. It looked like she seen a ghost, and she was like, how did you do that? And I was like, I don't know. I heard it from the man in the hallway, and I just do it. And again, this was around the time where like my family was like refusing to acknowledge the man in the hallway because he was like the scary boogeyman. So of course, me doing these kind of things didn't really help that situation. So that's my bad. Na'ukaheva. Sorry, man in the hallway. And I'm gonna keep referring to him as the man in the hallway until I get to the part in the story where I reveal who he really is. Then I'll start calling him by his actual name. But yeah, that was a time where I used some of what the man in the hallway showed me to scare my little sister. More stories to come. Hope you guys enjoyed the little melee that came at the beginning of this episode. And yeah, if you guys get a chance to ever see a movie in 4DX, I highly recommend it, especially if it's a Scream movie. Okay, aloha.